And welcome to the Comedy Cellar Nightly Show. My name is David Juskow, here with the lovely Mike V. Suarez. And nice to see everybody on this beautiful Tuesday, Pie Day. Pie. I said pie, 314. And it is not really beautiful here in the city. It is snowing, which is actually kind of nice. And it's not snowing too bad as it just doesn't snow here anymore. It snows in California now. Things have changed. Is it global warming, or did it do that before we were all alive? When I say alive, I mean humans. I mean, who knows? Maybe weather patterns go by every 100 years, and maybe California used to be a big snowbank. Who knows? Let's assume it's global warming because we're not idiots, but there's definitely something to it. But again, can make a case. Well, welcome to the show, everybody. This is Through the Comedy Cellar, even though I'm taping at my own house today. Mike and I are in different, we're bi-coastal now. And although we would, no, we're not back in the studio next week either, but then we will be back, and then it'll be live from the Comedy Cellar. Look at this, Aunt Judy on first. How you doing, Aunt Judy? Great to see you. Hello, Angela. Everybody's piling in. So let me just say, this is the Comedy Cellar Nightly Show. We do this show to promote the Comedy Cellar, promote comedy, and of course, the Comedy Cellar, the greatest comedy club around. And if you were in the West Village tonight at the Comedy Cellar, you would be able to see Jessica Curson. That's right, Angela. Jessica Curson, your favorite, who you just saw recently. And Angela knows how absolutely hilarious Jessica Curson is. If you were in the Vegas room, you get to see our friend Mark Coco Cohn, who apparently, Mike, was in town last week and, of course, didn't call again, which really makes me upset. Are we friends or are we not? I don't know. He's been coming here with his daughter, so I guess it's something to do with that. Hi, Aunt Judy. I watched Perry Mason. I thought, yeah, I watched Perry Mason the other day, and I thought of her too. Meanwhile, let me immediately apologize to Aunt Judy. On my podcast, I was making fun of her, and I'm so sorry. Everybody knows we love Aunt Judy, and I do not think you have dementia.
Oh, Dave, come on now.
Oh, it's worse than that, Mike. That podcast, apparently, I got everybody angry. At work, they got angry. I had to take stuff out. It was horrible. For some reason, that podcast entitled Spring Break got everybody in an uproar. So anyway, everything's fine. And this is what I do. I do the podcast, and I'm talking in my bedroom, and I'm just feeling I'm talking to myself. And if you and Dave break up, we are all picking you. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I know that, Anonymous. It's funny. My friend Alan and Lee are they're homosexuals, which you wouldn't be allowed to say in 1955. But that's right, Angela. I speak for women. And they when they broke up, I told them, and I've known Alan since 1983, and he just met Lee, and we love Lee. And I said, if you guys break up, when they did break up for a period of time, now they're married. Two guys getting married. What is happening? It's snowing in California. This is crazy. But seriously, folks, I told them I was picking Lee, and Alan was like, you can. I'm your friend first. And I'm like, I'm sorry, Alan. That's the way it is. We've all made a decision. We're all picking Lee because Lee's the greatest. And I've asked him actually to come on this show several times because he's way awesome. You'll see. I'll have him on one day. But now he's running that speakeasy in Queens over that unidentified flying chicken place. So I got to get back over there.
Flying chicken place?
What?
Unidentified flying chicken place?
Mike, you got to come with me. This is the greatest Korean fried chicken you've ever had. We'll go to the speakeasy that's upstairs. Yes, unidentified. It's called UFC, Unidentified Flying Chicken.
Oh, okay.
It's fantastic. It's great. You got to come with me. I was going on Wednesdays before I started class. Hello, Catalina. I'm glad you made it on time. I know I was like, I think I forgot to tell her about the time change, even though I told her about it a while ago. I was nervous that I'd forgotten today, and I'd spoke to her this morning, and I was nervous that I'd forgotten to tell her because we did change our clocks. We're an hour ahead. And who knows what happens in Chile or, quite frankly, Phoenix or wherever Angela's from. What is that now? Are you 3 hours behind or 2 hours? I can't figure it all out. I know they never.
They're never going to be more hours behind. They'll just catch up to us. Either be 1 hour or us. We go forward. So
Sometimes Phoenix like 3 hours in front, or sometimes they're 2.
I thought you meant regular. Yeah, they're yeah, because they're
Yeah.
West Coast, right?
It's Phoenix and Chile do not participate in daylight savings time. Well, we're hoping. Hi, Y2 Kool-Aid. We are from Vegas. Nice. You can see Barcoa today. Dave, I have the New York hour on my clock app. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Don't you love that Catalina? Isn't she terrific? And last night, I think I had said on my podcast, it's 3 p.m. Oh, so you're 3 hours behind us now. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. But last week you were 2 hours behind. So right? Okay. Anyway, I am obsessed with daylight savings time or whatever the fuck it's called. But they say this might be the last. But they keep saying that, and then they keep changing it. I can't, for the life of me, figure out what the issue is. Let's just not change the clocks anymore. Why is it? Yeah, right, Elizabeth. What do you say, Mike?
It got stuck in the house last time.
Yeah, right. But why? Who's against it? What's happening?
Probably because they wanted to add on. It's like, and also take away gay marriage or something to it. So it's always something stupid.
Liz, you have that in Canada too. I wasn't sure if they participate in that at all. I just think it's fun when it's dark when you get up, and just I don't know, but it is fun when it stays late, and then it's fun at first when it gets dark early, and then it's a goddamn nightmare. And I definitely have seasonal depression. So it is. Most of Canada does make the change. Yeah, and it was supposed to be for farmers, right? Something like that. I've always wondered, and I was going to write an article about this for Maxim, but years ago, because I've been so fascinated by it. Like, and I'm not just talking about the changing of the times. I'm talking about the hour difference. So if I'm on the border of where they change the clocks, which I would also be fascinated if you're on the line. So I don't know where it is in Tennessee or something, right? They're an hour behind, right? So if you're on the border, Mike, is it possible to go to a bar that closes at 2 or 1 and then go, because you're an hour behind, across the street where the bar would stay open later?
I think technically, but it also comes down to city and county ordinances.
Yeah, I understand that, but I'm just curious if that's a thing elsewhere. I can't find anything about it online where anybody's done it. And it just seems like somebody's got to live on the timeline. It's not like the international date line where nobody lives there. So I'm years way before everybody here would know it was WW2 for airplanes. That's what Aunt Judy's saying about the time change. What do you know about WW2? Just because you happen to be born on Pearl Harbor Day doesn't mean that you know anything about World War II. You're too young. That was the point of the story. Anyway, Aunt Judy has it right. It's always 5 p.m. somewhere for Jack Daniels. Aunt Judy's the best. Yeah. Let's just get the show underway. Last week was 2 weeks ago was the Oscar show. We made our picks and we made the Oscars. It's hilarious. But let me just tell you what happened. A couple things that happened at the Oscars, which is funny or not funny. And the funny thing is that this guy in the paper, who I love, who I'm trying to get on this show, Johnny Lozinski. He's so funny, and he writes theater reviews, like for A Dollhouse, which I mentioned this week in the podcast, which is supposed to suck, Mike. Jessica Chastain in a chair for 20 minutes with people coming in just in a circular stage, and you're paying $250 for that. The Oscars are always boring, Anonymous. They're just always boring, and that's what he was saying. He's like, no slaps. Let me just get it right. He said, no other celeb did much of anything either. Faye Dunaway and Warren Beatty didn't announce the wrong Best Picture winner. Director Steven Soderbergh wasn't on hand to refashion the ceremony in a diabolical eyesore like he appallingly did in 2021, and nobody was called Adele Dazeem. which I really thought was going to happen when John Travolta got up there. He looked confused again, but he was apparently broken up because he was doing an Olivia Newton-John kind of tribute. So he was so my guess is that's right. But it really looked like he was going to fuck up again. That guy doesn't do well live. He's a movie star, and that's where it ends. Anonymous said, you saw a Doll's House when I was in high school. I have no memory. Well, apparently this new one's supposed to stink. I mean, the reviews, they call it a dull house. Oh, scathing. The problem with it, as I said on my podcast, Juskow in the City this week, is that it's broken down. There's no sets. Everybody's in drab costumes. Jessica Chastain sits in that chair for 2 hours, never gets up, and it costs you $250 to see that. That ain't cool. It's really annoying. So anyway, one of the things that happened after the show, you might have seen Hugh Grant and Andy McDowell give an award at the show. So Hugh Grant was there, and I don't know when the last time he was there. And he's on the red carpet with Ashley Graham, who's a swimsuit model. And everybody's giving him blowback because they felt he was rude to Ashley Graham. But what happened was Ashley Graham is an idiot. And and Hugh Grant is really smart and well educated. And so when she was saying, what's your favorite thing about the Oscars? He's like, well, it's fascinating. It's Vanity Fair. It's this, it's that. And she goes, oh my God, yes, the Vanity Fair party is going to be amazing. And he's just looking at her because he wasn't talking about the Vanity Fair party. He was talking about the novel Vanity Fair. You know, like it's Vanity Fair as what would you call that, Mike? Like a verb. And she took it the wrong way, and he just rolled his eyes. And so they thought, shut up, Liz. That's not true. He was not rude. She's an idiot. But here's the other side of that. She's a swimsuit model. What is she supposed to bone up on her literature? I mean, everybody was bad in that entire thing. You know, she didn't do any research on her or the guest she was interviewing, and no one cares. Right. Of course she didn't know it was a book, Anonymous. Of course she didn't know. So it's not technically her fault, but he was just like, you're not even listening to what I'm saying. So he's like angry that she's not paying attention. She's angry that he's like giving her a look like she's stupid. And we're all trying to figure out, did we even know Vanity Fair was a book beforehand? The real part thing is, Mike, that the author of that book is William Makepeace Thackeray. And in the movie Notting Hill, his name is William Thacker. So that is probably why he might have known the book. Because he's like, William Thacker. Well, isn't that the same guy that wrote and Vanity Fair was a bunch of like essays that was in the 1800s that was made into a novel. But that's where the magazine comes from and all that kind of stuff and the term and what it is. So, but yeah, he's a scientist. Come on. He's not a scientist. He's just well educated. Frankly, I enjoy Kimmel. Well, Aunt Judy, you don't know what you're talking about, but that's just me. Also, Lady Gaga, I don't understand that performance. I don't know how you'd get deeply personal. She's like, it's like, this is a very deeply personal song. I wrote it with my friend Blood Pop. It's hard to say it's a deeply personal song and a serious song when the guy that co-wrote it with you is Blood Pop. And it's I wrote it with my friend Blow Pop, and this is very, very serious, a heartfelt song. It's about a plane. Okay, here we go. I mean, that's, you know what I'm saying, folks? It's a song from Top Gun. It's not a song from Women Talking, or I don't know. It's a strange thing to get so serious about. That, you know, the last song that was from Top Gun was Kenny Loggins, Danger Zone. So all really crazy. Yeah, he's a boring Oscars host, Anonymous. That's true. I agree with that. Y2 Kool-Aid, swimsuit models are known to read mangas, especially One Piece. I know what you're saying, but I pronounced it wrong. So I don't know if you heard about this. Take My Breath Away, Catalina. That's from Top Gun too. That's right. What is that? Berlin? No, I'm not, Anonymous. I'm saying everybody loves the song Danger Zone. What I'm saying is Danger Zone was from the original Top Gun, you know, and the meet me halfway across the sky. and saw Kenny Loggins, and it just wasn't taken very serious. So when you're doing the sequel to Top Gun and you're sitting there and you have this close up where you can see your nose hair, which I don't know what woman would or man would want that. And you're like, this is a very, very personal song. And it's from Top Gun, the sequel. It's a little much. That's all I'm saying. Nobody doesn't like Lady Gaga. She's cool. She's talented. And that's all. But sometimes I think that's a little bit much. Hey, Cammie, what's happening? How are you? Driving home from physical therapy. I thought you said psychotherapy. And I'm like, uh-oh. I was just asking about you, Cammie, because I know you might have seen Mike this weekend in Tampa. Anonymous said, my father had a client named Kenny Loggins, and every time he went to see him, my brother and I would sing that song, Meet Me Halfway, right? Across the sky. That was me and a girl I was dating song one time. She lived in Pittsburgh, and she'd come to visit. My sister hated it because that was her college roommate. Turned out she became valedictorian of the class. So good for me, huh? She was the Hugh Grant of George Washington University. Yeah, I'm here all week. A little callback. All right, Mike, can you show picture number 1? No. She's physical therapy, not psychotherapy. I think she. What happened, Cammie? You hurt your. Well, you can't say you're driving or something. Mike, are you still there?
I'm here again. My internet went out for a minute. So.
Oh, can you show picture number 1?
Yeah, 1 second. I had
that would explain why you weren't laughing at my comedy.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, I know. My comedy. Does anyone know who this is? Well, I will tell you that this woman is named Elizabeth Busy Burr, and she caused the SVB bank crash, the Silicon Valley bank crash.
Did it require
and the best
parking?
What?
Was it because of parallel parking?
No, she actually was in an improv group, and they found her somehow and started working at this bank. I'm not kidding.
Wait, what?
Before she got this job, she was in an improv group called Subject to Change in the Bay Area, which is why the bank collapsed, because she knows nothing about finance, unless that improv group was she must have improved her way into this job. And how about this next picture, Mike? This is the other person that caused this tragedy in American history. Oh my God. And I don't have to say anything. I mean, look at picture 3 and you tell me if there's not a in the middle.
It doesn't look like David Spade.
It looks exactly like David Spade. It's really fucked up. And she also caused the banking issue. And in 2016, she got so upset that Donald Trump won because she put so much money into Hillary's campaign. She went to a shrine in Kyoto, Japan, on Thanksgiving to pray. So what I'm saying is there's a bunch of wackadoodles running these banks now all of a sudden. I don't know what is happening where they're getting people from an improv group and from a shrine in Japan to run the banks. It seems to me that if I had heard this beforehand, I would have said, are you sure this is who you want running a bank? Thank you. Mike, your thoughts?
There's no other qualifications she had. She just yes-anded her way into the job.
Yeah, exactly. She yes-anded her way into the job. Exactly. Angela said, didn't Zelensky used to do stand-up? Yes, he did. But this guy worked it out. Well, I mean, he charmed his way into that job, but he is bringing it, right? I mean, he is, once in a while, I guess it works out. Like Reagan, he was the greatest. It was a good one, Mike. I'm glad Angela Anonymous says, hey, Jenny, what's up? PDJ, that's me. My final class on Thursday. I'm very upset about it, but I'll be teaching again next semester. Oh. But I am very upset. I love teaching this class. Women can't get a loan without a man, but she's to blame for billions lost. Yeah. Isn't that funny? Don't you love the way the world works?
So what did she do that caused it?
I don't know. They stink at banking because she was thinking about improv. I don't know. They're on the board. They're on the board. Those two and three other people are on the board of the bank that collapsed. So everyone's responsible. You know.
Gotcha.
That's right, Anonymous. I am missing Sarah at the Beacon because I got to teach that day. Nothing I can do about it. So everybody's up in arms about the next picture, which is when Jamie Lee Curtis won Best Supporting Oscar. Angela Bassett was sitting down and didn't stand up. As you can see, everybody's standing. And they said she was very angry. Well, you know what? I think that's completely acceptable. Why should she stand? And oh, Jamie, why shouldn't? I mean, she doesn't have to be pissed, but I mean, why should she stand? Right, Mike? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know whether I mean, if she stood, she'd be a major phony. She wanted to win. You can't blame her. And I don't know whether she should have won. I mean, it's a Marvel movie, and she's done a lot of better work than that. But Jamie Lee Curtis definitely, no problem with her winning. Everybody was delighted. Jamie Lee Curtis has paid her dues and done some great. Maybe she's not as good an actress as Angela Bassett, but Angela Bassett still has time, and the industry loves Jamie Lee Curtis. As Scotty told us last week, she comes from Hollywood royalty. Did anybody really have a problem with Jamie Lee Curtis winning? I mean, the woman paid her fucking dues. You start in Halloween, and then you somehow make a career out of yourself. You're in just a slasher film.
Real quick, Angela, they called one out for standing last year.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, maybe that's why she was sitting. She's like, I don't want to get angry and punch somebody in the face. That was funny what Jimmy Kimmel said, where he's like, and if you do get up and punch somebody, the only thing we're going to do is give you an Oscar for Best Actor and then just put you right back in the seats. I mean, that was good. I think we all forgot that after he did that, he won a goddamn Oscar. I forgot about that. That is so uncool. And then the next picture is just, I'm sorry, everybody, but I fucking love her. Everybody loves her. And look at her fucking awesome husband, Christopher Guest, behind her, and Mel Brooks sitting next to them. I'm kidding. That's not him. But I love it. That's a genuine, I can't believe I won. I've been in this industry a long time, and maybe I didn't deserve it, but they give out awards for so much less. What do you think, Brad? Where was it? Leonardo DiCaprio was his best performance is The Revenant. You know, I mean, they give out awards for lifetime achievement awards, and that was this one. Let's face it, it was cool. It was cool. I'm happy with it. Oh, that's it for the pictures, Mikey. In fact, as long as we're here, why don't we go into the Oscars and let's see what happened? Shall we?
Yeah.
All right. Now, let's see. Where do I go? Right. I forgot. Share screen. And then I'm sharing this quick one, Mike. Can you see it?
Yeah.
That was last year's winner, folks. Mike Suarez won last year. And I'm just showing who our winner was last year, because otherwise, what's the point, right? I think I have to stop sharing and do it again, right, to get to the next one.
I'm gonna try your setup.
So I'm going to share again with this. You can see that? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Anonymous, good. You see that, Mike?
Yeah.
It's like, did it just get hot in here? What's up? All right, let's go over what happened here. Here we go. Short film live action, An Irish Goodbye. You know how angry I was when that was the first thing that they did? Nope, none of us got it right. And I put actual money. I found out in Jersey you can actually bet on everything. And I put $100 on Les Poupal or whatever, even though I picked the red suitcase because I read about it. And I go, that's going to win. And then this stupid thing won. And none of us had it. So we all sucked for that. Best documentary short, Mike and Val, the manager from the Comedy Cellar, who we're using her Alicia Silverstone picture, got the elephant thing right. I was very surprised. I didn't think How Do You Measure a Year was going to go on, but I did put money on Stranger at the Gate. Wait, Anonymous said I saw Night Ride. Oh,
That's the
this
last
was
one.
good. I should watch that.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, I put money on Stranger of the Gate because I told you I read and they said it was going to win, and because I put money on stuff that's plus money. I have it here. Stranger of the Gate. Yeah, it was plus $200. So I put $25 on it, and you would win $75. So even though maybe the elephant I knew was going to win, you take a chance on the other ones. So it was pretty good. Best animated short. Val got that one. I laughed in her face when she took that one. I thought for sure it was going to be something else. And obviously, me and Scotty Memo picked My Year of Dicks as a gag because we wanted it to be that. And I put money on that one, boy, because I wanted that to happen. That was my biggest one. I put in, I think $100 to win. Oh, no, I'm sorry. They only let you put, for some reason, $30 on that one. It would have paid $150. So I was really hoping that one would come in.
Yeah, I can't believe that Wish.com Winnie the Pooh horseshit won.
Right? What the fuck? Even when they showed the coming attraction, you're like, come on. No, they wanted to give it to this, but even though somebody said they saw it and it wasn't very good, but
I did. I said that.
Oh, was it you? Oh.
It's trying to be it's trying to win an Oscar. That's what I didn't like about it.
Right. Oh, gotcha. Right. Well, if it was trying, they would have named it something else, right?
It's trying to sound artsy, but it's not. It's very straightforward, not about anything, but so it makes you think it's about something. It's like, ugh.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, look, Anonymous is breaking up with you.
Yes, a lot of us loved it. Well, she was right. It won.
We were all. I mean, this was a no-brainer. You couldn't bet on this one because you had to put up like $4,000 to win $100. We all got All Quiet on the Western Front. That was a no-brainer.
Mm-hmm.
Best documentary. Scotty figured it out. He said they're definitely going to give it to the Russia ones. I don't know where Mike was coming with All the Beauty and the Bloodshed, and
I was just guessing. I had no idea.
Well, Scotty's case was outstanding, so me and Scotty won that one. And best original song, Mike knew it right away. He didn't even have a. I guess did you say you saw the movie?
Oh yeah.
Wow. What made you see that movie? What's the name of the movie?
I already forgot what it was called. But it was but it was on Netflix and everyone was talking about it.
Did I write that down? Is the movie Kala Bahava? No, that's not the movie.
No, it's the same thing 3 times.
Well, we thought for sure, obviously, Rihanna was going, and Val, for some reason, picked This Is a Life. Oh, my God. Folks, did you see David Byrne performing that song? I don't know, is it supposed to be that way? Out of tune and awful? I mean, I know David Byrne as and he's an artist, and he does esoteric kind of stuff, but that was weird. I don't know. Did you see that, Mike?
No, I didn't watch the Oscars. I forgot about them.
Oh, wow. It was really. Did you at least watch Selection Sunday?
No, I missed everything.
What'd you do? Have fun on Sunday? I was hungover, so I saw all that stuff. Anyway, yeah. And let me tell you something. If you didn't see the Oscars and you didn't see the dance and the performance for this song, Not To, woo, it was awesome. I mean, that is a goddamn show they put on. Everyone else can suck it. Like, Americans suck. They don't know how to put on a show. That was putting on a show. It was kick-ass. Deserved to win just for the number itself. In fact, if anything, if the Oscars win an Emmy, of course, ridiculous, it would be because of that and how great that dance number was. Best original score. I did win money on this one. I didn't pick it, but later I realized Scotty was right. Mm-hmm. What did I win on that? It's the only other one I run. $25 won $68 because it was plus 175 because I think some Babylon or something was supposed to win. So we all picked the Banshees of Inisherin. Now, mind you, since we made these picks, I've seen some of these movies, and the Banshees of Inisherin, I think I told you last week, kind of sucks. And the music wasn't bad. Well, actually, I think I could have won. I don't know. Who cares? I'm just angry at the whole thing. But Scotty got that one. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, Scotty got that one, right.
Yeah.
And best visual effects. I mean, I don't know what's the matter with you people. That was a no-brainer. Like, that was, you had to pay $5,000 to win $100. So that pays for lunch with your nephew. I guess you listen to the podcast. What a mess, right? Me and Memo got that one easy. I mean, Mike, you definitely could. Wakanda Forever could have definitely won. I didn't think there was any way Top Gun could win. But
I just thought Batman was gonna win after everything, but then yeah,
it's
the
Avatar
other two are
had
just
to,
like very CG fest. They're not necessarily like amazing CG either.
yeah, it's
Whereas
all
Batman
right.
had a ton of like
The
awesome
key
practical
to
effects.
something like Batman or Wakanda is to combine humans and CG, where Avatar's all CG. So you're right. It's like almost cheating.
Yeah.
Best sound, I got Top Gun correct for some reason. Who knows why? Mike picked the Batman, and you other guys picked All Quiet on the Western Front. There's no way that could have totally won, but
I should have picked Top Gun because that one does have amazing sound with the way.
really? I got to see that movie.
Planes. Yeah.
Best makeup and hairstyling, I picked The Whale. It's kind of an embarrassment to all these other things because when they were showing it, it turns out all his stuff was CGI. So that's not makeup and hairstyling. They cheated. So it's upsetting, but I won that one, and that's the most important thing. And definitely could have made a case for Wakanda Forever or Elvis. Best film editing, Scotty and Val were right on everything, everywhere, all at once. Fucking Memo talked me into Tar. Probably
me too.
YouTube, right? I know. We should never listen to Memo. He stinks. He that's what he wants to win. He's not picking like Scotty, where he knows how, like that spiel he gave us on Jamie Lee Curtis winning, and he's like basically needed an applause break afterwards. He was completely right on that. Yeah. Oh, a week late. So you saw Mike on Saturday?
Oh, hey,
cool.
The first show.
Best costume design. We finally got one. Me, Scotty, Memo picked Wakanda Forever. Definitely, I think Mike went for Catherine Martin for the gag of Catherine Martin being the same woman from Silence of the Lambs. So that was pretty funny. Best cinematography. Memo's a fucking idiot. I think we all knew it wasn't going to be Bardot. He's so stupid, and we all got that one right except for Memo. And best production design, Val got that one right. I picked Elvis on that one because I even bet on it because it was plus 300, and I had heard maybe there's a chance. I don't know what the production design is for a war picture. It seems like production design, the way I think about it, Elvis should have won. Because they show the Fableman, and it's just like somebody's kitchen. And I'm like, if that wins, I'm gonna eat my hat. What were the ones I said I'm going to eat my hat? I don't think I have to eat my hat. So
no, I don't think you did. It's on. Tell us if we're wrong.
I think it was this one. I said, Scotty.
Oh, Marcel. That's right.
If that one wins, I'm going to eat my hat.
Yeah.
This was the most obvious one. You couldn't bet on it because it was worth so much money. Val's an idiot for picking Puss in Boots. That didn't have a chance. Pinocchio was a no-brainer. It's Guillermo del Toro. Everybody loves him, and he is terrific. And that movie's great, by the way. So Marcel with the shot. They showed a little clip of it. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. What? How's that even nominated? Best adopted. Memo got it right. Women talking. Ugh. I really thought. I don't know why I thought Tom Cruise would win that one. I don't know.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
The best adapted screenplay, or the fact that I picked Top Gun?
Yeah, I don't know why you thought Tom Cruise. I don't even know. Yeah, it was a weird one.
I guess I thought it was going to win something. I don't know, but yeah, women talking. We all should have figured that out. If there's nothing black in here, then they would give it to the women. I know that sounds horribly racist. However, I'm right. Best original screenplay. Only Mike got that one right. And again, I don't know where I picked the band. Like I said, now I've seen that movie, and I would never have picked that. I hate myself for picking that. I don't know where Val was going with the Fablemans. Yeah, Steven Spielberg's screenplay was the greatest. No, I could have seen maybe this one where the Triangle of Sadness, but Banshees, that was a bad mistake on my part. Best supporting actress. I wait. I thought I did pick that. Oh, I didn't. I just picked it the next day. I changed my
Yeah.
mind, so I won money from it because she was what was she plus 130? I won about $150 on. I changed my mind. She was plus 140, so I won $150 on her winning. But Mike and Memo and Scotty got it right, and I guess I was thought maybe they would give it to Angela Bassett, but then I rethought it and was so happy that that Jamie Lee Curtis won. So happy, and that's nothing against because listen, this is where Angela Bassett. I thought she had won already in 1993 for What's Love Got to Do with It.
I thought she did too,
but she did not. Do you know who won that year?
Holly Hunter.
That is correct. Holly Hunter won for The Piano, a movie that everybody's talking about. What? Like we still talk about.
Actually, that is a great movie. And that's the one Anna Paquin won as a child, right?
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Actually, I really do like The Piano. It's a great movie.
Yeah, but do you talk about it today?
I mean, it gave Holly Hunter a career.
I think she already had a career because she was in broadcast news before that, and
yeah, but it like
5 years before that.
Time, and
I
then
think she was nominated several times before that. So,
I'm sorry, I gave Anna Paquin a career. We got to say that at least.
That what?
He gave Anna Paquin a career.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
And but really, we all wanted Rizzo to win.
Yeah. Was that for Tu Wong Fu?
What?
Was she nominated for Tu Wong Fu?
No, she was nominated for 6 Degrees of Separation with the late Will Smith.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. I forgot that she was in there because her hair looks so different.
Well, I changed. That's a picture from Greece.
No, I know, but in 6 Degrees, her hair looks so. I always picture her.
I thought you were like, boy, your hair looks different than. Then I used Emma Thompson from Harry Potter because I thought that was funny, and obviously Angela Bassett from Wakanda Forever. Just I don't know, mixing up the genres is fun. Anyway, very upsetting that Judd Hirsch didn't win, but again, I picked that as a gag. Yeah. I really did not think this kid Short Round would win. Mike was right on that. Val was right. I didn't think he'd win because I didn't think he was that good. I would have picked this Brendan Gleeson better than this guy. He wasn't that good, but I guess everybody loves Short Round. And I guess that's the way the Oscars went this year. Let's give everybody, I know Anonymous, but he was good. And, everybody got a Lifetime Achievement Award this year. Jamie Lee Curtis, Kei Kwan, Short Round, and Michelle Yeoh. They all got Lifetime Achievement Awards this year. These aren't their greatest performances ever. Best Actress did go to Michelle Yeoh. Of course, that was pretty much a no-brainer. We thought it might have been Cate Blanchett because I'm telling you, if you haven't seen it yet, fucking A. She's a miracle in that. I finally saw To Leslie as well. It was excellent. But this, Andrea Riseborough, and I know there's a big controversy with her, anybody could have played that role. It's just a classic actress role, and only a handful of people could have played this Cate Blanchett or the Michelle Yeoh part, quite frankly. This Ana de Armas will be nominated again, and this was not her best role, and it's not her fault. It's a bad movie. And Michelle Williams, I don't know what the fuck the thing is. She stinks. I don't know what I hate her. I mean, I'm sure meeting her as a person, I'm sure she's a delight. Her acting stinks. I could see it coming a mile away. Ugh. And Best Actors, this was for years, for months, everybody knew it was going to be Brendan Fraser. He was fine. I told you the movie stinks. I was glad it wasn't Elvis because, like I said, that guy is Elvis. I just like everybody else. That's not acting. Brendan Fraser was acting. Colin Farrell was very good. I could see him win. Memo's stupid, but he wasn't going to work it out that day. But he certainly is cute. Mike picked Bill Nye. Was that as a joke, or do you like that movie?
I just wanted to be different. I couldn't tell.
Anonymous, I'm so glad you hated it, and I'd love to talk to you about why you hated it. I hated Elvis too, but I don't want to talk about it with anybody yet until more people see it. Of why there's a problem with the movie, a major problem that everybody should just shut up about. Best director was a no-brainer.
The whole time.
What'd you say?
You can see his zipper the whole time.
This was a no-brainer for me. I thought, again, everywhere we all knew that was going to just sweep for some reason. I didn't like the movie, but I'm betting with my head there, not my heart. Obviously, Memo picked Tar, and Mike
Yeah, I
picked his
did too,
Memo.
like an idiot.
I know it's not your fault. That was all Memo's fault. He had most of us convinced. And obviously, Best Picture, we all got right except Memo. He's an idiot. He's a film guy. Of course, he wants Tar to win, but we know the way it works. It doesn't work that way. If Angela Bassett was better than Jamie Lee Curtis in a Marvel movie, which she might have been, doesn't matter. Jamie Lee Curtis, she's awesome. So Val had 9, right?
Mm-hmm.
Memo had 6 because he's a moron. Scotty had 10.
Oh, nice.
Mike had 10. But your host, Dave Juskow, had 12, and Dave Juskow becomes the 2023 Oscar winner. Thank you.
Congratulations.
So much. Thank you very much. And so I should win because, I pretend that I talk about movies and I know my stuff all the time. So Catalina says he died at the end, Marcy. What? Oh, you're talking about Elvis? Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. We love Memo. Of course, I know you love Memo. I love Memo too. That's why it's fun to pick on. Hey, you guys don't know this, but he picks on me just as much as I pick on him. So don't. He can handle it. Nick had 13, right? Yeah, we should have had Nick in there. I forgot about him. He doesn't know anything about the movies. He's an idiot too. I'm on fire today. All right, let's go to the slides. I'm going to share my screen once again.
All right.
Oh, I may need to hold on a second. I need to do something. Hold on, please. Did I leave the? Okay, hold on, everybody. Let me get this going here. There we go. Now we'll go back to the sharing of the screen, which it sounds like it's something I'm doing in Passover. And now the sharing of the screen. 5,000 years ago. Here we go. Okay, Mike, I am sharing.
All right.
That's a picture of our next president, Mr. Sorry, everybody. Trouble's coming. This is not good. Anonymous at Jackson Hole. That place isn't even so great. It's just an average burger place. Exactly, Anonymous. What you guys are talking about is that I paid $118, Mike, last Friday for lunch for me and my nephew, 2 burgers and an appetizer, no alcohol. Something is wrong. The next picture is the other president who is doing an unprecedented third term, what I'm sure Donald Trump would like to do, Xi Jinping. So everything is going to shit. But we dance and sing and enjoy the festivals. This is the Hindu Festival of Colors, which I got to say is a hell of a lot of fun. Look how great that is, huh? The place 2030. Yeah, something went wrong, Anonymous. Exactly. I would like to be involved with this. I don't mind saying it, but this is what they do. They throw colored powder on everybody and they just dance around. And then sometimes it's not so great. That's how it would be for me. All right, just keep it coming. Hurry up. I think Mike's internet went off again. This is how it starts. It looks so colorful and fun. I wonder if I should wait for Mike to come back. No, I'll just keep going. You guys can all see it, right? I mean, it's just his internet that went out, but just making sure. Just tell me somebody in the chat room that we're still on the air. I get nervous. Oh, maybe that's it. Maybe I don't see anybody. Oh wait, Mike wrote something. Oh, you see. Okay. Oh, I wonder if I ruined it now. Can everybody still see this? Oh. Oh, you see nothing? Oh, God, maybe I ruined it. Uh-oh. I think I shouldn't have gone to the comments. Well, that's Catalina. Does anybody see the picture of the colors in the air with the hands? Oh, okay. Thanks a lot, Catalina. I'm trying to do a show here. All right. Well, I'm going to continue and hope that everybody can see it. And this is where the powder comes from. I mean, how do they get this powder all raised up? I think that's powder. How do they get it all the way over to on top of that candy without spilling it? This is the most fascinating part and kind of like super fun. Like if I was a kid, this would be the best day of my life, just putting my hands in there and throwing on everybody, right? Wouldn't that be so much fun? And shouldn't LeBron James be credited with kind of creating the entire thing? Or is LeBron James an idiot because all this time when he would do his chalk in the air, which everybody seems to love before a game, why not use different colored chalk? Wouldn't that be super fun? And even you could send a message. LeBron James is an idiot. And if he was here right now, I'd tell him right to his face. Maybe not. And this is colored water that they're spraying out to everybody, which everybody's having a good time and they're having a lot of fun. And yet, this is when it's not fun, when they're protesting and they shoot a water cannon on you. So it's kind of funny that getting water thrown on you is not fun. Here's fun, not fun, but all a cannon, all water getting thrown at everybody. Wait, you're back, Mike?
Yeah, I was watching on my phone, but I couldn't talk through it.
Oh, I just saw that you put the thing up. So I was nervous that. Oh, so you saw I was nervous that we went out. So
yeah, unfortunately, I couldn't communicate with you.
Oh, that's okay. I knew we were still. I wasn't positive. Grandpa Juskow working said, "Fuck you" a week late, but you're right. Right, the T-shirt cannon. So get this. This is in Hoboken. Do you think the Hindu people are angry that the Hoboken just kind of ripped off their holiday and just said, "Hey, we want to get covered in that shit too"? I mean, it's like I kind of want to do it, but it's isn't it? It's like kind of a ritual, and they're just stealing it. It would be like if everybody all of a sudden just went outside and got a big table and had a seder that's not Jewish, and you're just like, "Oh man, seders are awesome." For Passover.
It's technically cultural appropriation, but I think it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Catalina put it out.
The what?
Catalina says so too.
Yeah. Yeah, are those colors freeze? Well, that's what it should be with the color powder, though. It looks like an ad for Nikon cameras or Tide. Yeah, this is the Nickelodeon Kids Choice Awards, and instead of the colored powder, they got slime. That's Michelle Rodriguez and Chris Pine. Oh man, if I got on that show, I'd get so angry at those kids. Grandpa Juskow would be pretty angry. Why, you rotten kids? I'll get every one of you if it's the last thing I do.
You could be that guy, the guy who played all the adult parts.
Yeah, well, that's what I want to be. I want to be that acting teacher from Victorious. That would have been perfect for me. This is for Catalina. This is International Women's Day in Chile. Catalina, did you attend? I'm going to say no, or although she wasn't here last year, so maybe. And this is a Bolivian woman in a bike race, which I need more. Wait, Catalina, you were there? Oh, she went out for International Women's Day. How do you like? Are you in this picture?
That's her with the green sign.
Oh, does that say Feliz Navidad? No. Feminismo. Oh, that's great, Catalina. That's awesome. Yeah, so these are women in Bolivia in a bike race, but ladies, you're trying to compete. I mean, they, put it together. Get a costume and make it look at what are you doing? What are you wearing? Make it a serious bike race. Actually, this is the kind of bike race I want to be in. This looks like a heck of a lot of fun. It's just that they're not smiling, so I thought they were taking it too serious. Everyone uses them, and aren't they Mexican pinatas? This is the Colombian army is now allowing women back in the army after a 25-year absence, which is, I guess, nice. I don't know. To me, if I was a girl, I'd be like, oh, I'm okay with that. That's fine with me, especially in Colombia. I don't know what, if you got an army, the cartel or something like that, that's not going to be a lot of fun. But my favorite part of the picture, of course, is the dog lying here who's doing, I can take it or leave it. Chicks in the army? Are you kidding me?
Dog's great.
And speaking of dogs, like this is an army dog. And then, of course, there's these dogs. These are Hungarian Vizsla dogs that were this is after they were judged at a show in England, and they're just hanging around. They should really take a lesson from the army dog over here and be like, well, we should be grateful. We're just show dogs. And they're going to that dog. Oh, I would kill to be in an all-girls army. And
hey, it's my lawyer.
This is in Bangkok, which I got fired from a job for saying that. These are cats that look like cows competition, and they're voted on color, fur softness, and personality. And this isn't the winner, and I don't know how that's possible. The winner was this guy named Arpo, and for some reason,
bad boy cat shows.
He's what?
He's the bad boy of cat shows.
Yeah, that's right. Check it out. There he is sleeping. But yeah, he won the whole prize. Cats that look like cows. And these are two storks in Germany who were like, I cannot believe Alt-Quiet on the Western Front has won it all. Thank you. I was kind of angry about that too. They're giving all this Germany. I'm like, oh, good for everybody. Would we have done that 40 years ago? No. And speaking of dogs, I was talking about the thing on the right. This is a fashion show in Paris where they had these dog robots come out. It's really awesome if you actually watch it. They had them all running around the runway with the models. Now, that's a fashion show I could sink my teeth into. Am I right, Mike? I mean, that's a show. That's why you go to Paris. Of course, they're Nazis, Angela. Why would they make a movie like that? All Germans are. I can't forgive. This, Mike, if I was in Paris and I went to Fashion Week, this is what the show I'd want to see. And I'd be like, oh my God, this is so awesome. I think that's really cool. Meanwhile, then, of course, it went back to normal down the road where we see outfits that no human could possibly wear. A week later, did you say you took that to work today? This one or the robot one?
I thought he's doing anonymous as a joke.
Oh. This is in Colorado. They have a ski joring thing where you attach yourself to a horse. And I wasn't sure, but yeah, you go down the street, which would be awesome. That's something I could totally do.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know why these guys are so cool. I'm like, wait, you don't think I can handle that? I can handle this. Come on.
She was just like a hotel lobby chair.
Who was? Oh,
the lady. Sorry.
That one?
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. Good work a week late.
Well,
or white too Kool-Aid. Sorry.
Yeah.
Got it right. This was a fireworks celebration in Mexico, which it looks like it's a protest because it looks like they're not smiling and they're running away. But this is a protest in Israel. But this isn't. And it's such a fine line between a protest and a celebration, isn't it, though? Yeah, this is a protest, and this is in Israel. As you can see, the guy here, right here in the middle, is doing his jazz singer pose, which I think is delightful. You can see he's holding his arm up in the air. First thing I thought of was this. Look how fucking cool Neil Diamond is in that movie. That's after he sings, got a dream that flags unfurled. We coming to America. This is the greatest scene in the movie because he puts his hand up, then he does the walk back, kind of before Michael Jackson's
Moonwalk.
Moonwalk. Neil Diamond was doing it first. It was awesome. And then after that, SCTV did a version where Al Jarreau. So the premise to a jazz singer. Yeah, I know, Anonymous. The musical didn't get good reviews. The premise to the jazz singer is that Neil Diamond is Jewish, which is why I thought it was funny that this still plays in Israel.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a cantor, and his dad is really excited that his son is a cantor. It's a big mitzvah. It's a wonderful thing, and he wants to be a rock star. And his dad, Laurence Olivier, wants him to nothing to do with it. So on SCTV, Al Jarreau was the guest who sings that amazing song, not just the moonlighting thing, but we're in this love together. It's like a it's a great song. And in that one, he plays a rock star who wants to be a cantor. And Eugene Levy plays his dad who wants him to be a rock star. So there's Al Jarreau doing the pose as he goes back into cantoring. And on that day, his dad actually shows up. Sid Dithers, Eugene Levy. He shows up to the cantoring scene. It's one of my favorite. Angela, you really don't know what SCTV is? It was my favorite TV show growing up, better than Saturday Night Live. It's where Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara are from, and they just had some unbelievable skits. And this was one of the ones I remembered as a boy, as a young boy. It was just the opposite of the jazz singer. I'm like, this is so brilliant. But Dad, especially a black guy. But Dad, I've always wanted to be a cantor. No, you're going to be a rock star. What are you saying? You don't want to be in a rock and roll business. That's the way he talks. It's awesome.
Yeah. The Rick Moranis, George Carlin.
Oh, was that what we were talking about last week, or was that somebody else?
Maybe we did talk about it the other week.
The fantasy, the Arthur Miller play.
Yeah.
No, I was talking about it with Val.
Oh, okay.
When we were downstairs and you were eating or having coffee last week.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's so weird. I don't even think you heard us talking about it. Yeah, it was. What's the one with
Death of a Salesman with
Ricardo Montalban, Eugene Levy playing Ricardo Montalban, Andrea Martin playing Margaret Hamilton from The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah,
and George Carlin. No, and Rick Moranis playing George Carlin. He was brilliant, right, Mike?
Yeah. Yes.
He's like, hey man, and he's always carrying a pad. Hey
yeah,
man, there's red wine and there's green wine. No, there's red wine and there's white wine. There's no green wine, man. Grapes are green.
Yeah.
With John Belushi is Happy or Biff, one or the other. And Margaret Hamilton was going, more coffee, dear. And remember, she gets hit by the lamp because it's a live production.
Yeah.
And he's doing Mr. Rourke, and he's in Death of a Salesman playing Willie Loman, and he goes, I've been fantasizing about that's God. I can't believe you remember that too. Oh, yeah, it was Death of a Salesman. God, that was the live production of Death of a Salesman, and everything went wrong. The lights fell down on Margaret Hamilton. More coffee, dear, right? Because she's doing the Maxwell House thing. Yeah. Fucking A. That was awesome. Good one, Y2 Kool-Aid. On fire. No, it's not. It's nursing skills in China for confinement or people in confinement looking after babies. I don't know how working with a puppet baby is any kind of help, but then you can say the same thing for, this is a teddy bear clinic in Belgium where they practice operating on teddy bears to show children that it's not scary getting an operation. But I disagree. Cutting into a teddy bear would be, I think, the worst thing you could do to a kid. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Right, Elizabeth. It's a Canadian show. Yeah. Well, it was before everybody was born, but not for me. And this, for some reason, is what they call a Mer Magic convention in Virginia, and they call it the largest the world's largest mermaid convention. Well, what the fuck is happening? I'm telling you, there are protests going on. There's climate thing. There's all this nonsense. Trump might be president again. And then there's the other people just having a great time with their mermaid convention. Oh, God. I just want to die when I see shit like this. Wait, you've been to that? No, you haven't. Unless she might have been, because they might have it in Coney Island. You could tell the babies in China are all boys because they're all boys. That's funny. Oh my God, he's right. Oh God, that is funny. That's the only thing they need help with. And speaking of which, when we're talking about mermaids, this is the Sea Dragon ship ride in Santa Monica, and they're flying it off to a museum. It's been there for years. But the best is that plane. It'd be like that thing we always do in airplane. It's coming right at us. Like, if you're high and you're on that plane and you see this thing going like, what the fuck? It's like William Shatner in that Twilight Zone episode. That would be so messed up. That's the kind of shit I'm always looking when I always take off Santa Monica and you go into the water and then they fly back when they take off from the airport. That would be a really fucked up thing to see. What the fuck? Stewardess, you're not going to believe this. Oh, and Mike, these are decoys that were made in the Czech Republic for Ukraine, and they're selling like hotcakes. Wasn't this my idea?
Yeah.
From Blazing Saddles?
Yeah.
To use the phony shit. They got my idea. They ripped it off. This is so brilliant. It's hilarious. And the Russians are so stupid. They're gonna like fall for. No, they have so many tanks. Your Excellency, they have so many. Oh, Russians are awful. And this is Stonehenge in the snow. Now, I suppose it does snow in Stonehenge, right, Mike? That's just in like England, right?
Yeah, ask Scruffy. He would know.
Scruffy's in England?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, yes, you do. We've told you before.
Oh, I forgot. I forget who's from Canada, who's from England, who's from Hawaii. Those are real. Anyway, of course, when I see this, I think about Jamie Lee Curtis's husband and the little elves. What's the line? There was a possibility that a Stonehenge statue might have been crushed by a dwarf. Yeah, and look at this, Mike. This is the napkin, of course, that Nigel wrote it on, which is great. And they've made it into T-shirts. That's fucking awesome, right? Oh, well, you're not as confused as Nigel. I'm doing Michael Caine, but you get the drift. And this is a guy, he's an artist who lives in London, and he built a house out of a garbage dump. And a lot of people are doing this now. Here's a better view of it, as you can see, because I didn't understand. That's the garbage dump, and then they built around it. It's called the Skip House, but I'm not sure why. This is in London. Maybe Scruffy Bones can take a picture of it. Maybe you can walk by and send us the actual picture. Tell us the guy wants to live there for a year. Here's inside. Apparently there's no running water, even though there's a sink there. So I don't know what the plan for that is. I guess you go to the gym or whatever. But
they're called skip houses because the container is called a skip over there.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, skip hire. I see. Or skip house. That's what. Okay, that's what the container. That makes sense. So yeah, there's the inside. There's the bedroom. This is what he put it on Instagram. This guy. Oh, is this Bobby Kelly's tiny home? That's funny. And there he is living in that house, having guests over. And those are our slides for this week. Huh?
Woo.
Well, that was a anal boat.
What?
Oh, that's what a plate said. I don't know what it means. Can't be good.
Okay.
I want to live on a canal boat. Oh, he said anal boats. Yeah, raccoons included. Exactly. That doesn't. Ugh. Although it's funny because I think I'd like to live in a confined space. I don't have claustrophobia. I kind of like sometimes I just sit in my closet and just pretend it's my house because I got a problem. Um, okay, so that's it for this week. Next week we'll be right back here virtually. The week after we'll be back at the Cellar, and the week after that we'll be back at the Cellar. So one more week. Yeah, exactly. I can come out of the closet. One more week virtually, 2 weeks live or on set, as we call it, and that's that. So, Mike, do you have plans for St. Patrick's Day?
I don't actually. On Saturday I have a show here in San Antonio, but I don't have anything on Friday.
Well, I'll tell you what I got to do St. Patrick's Day, and this sucks. I gotta after class, which is in Jersey. I got to go to my sister's. I got to sleep over there because I can't get my car out of the garage on Friday, St. Patrick's Day, because that stupid parade. So I got to sleep over because my sister needs me to see her production of Peter Pan at the junior high. Now, why? Why do I have to go? My nephews and nieces, they're not in it. I mean, why do I need to go? Well, it's my fault, and it has to do with SCTV. And when my nieces were really into Peter Pan, I showed my niece Dory this scene from SCTV where Martin Short is playing David Steinberg as Peter Pan. No, he's Captain Hook. And he does this thing where he's just doing this monologue on the boat after he's captured the kids, Wendy, Michael, John. And he's talking to the kids, and he goes, "You see, but to me, John, Peter Pan is problematic because," and I always remember it was funny because not just because Martin Short is hilarious and brilliant, and he's doing David Steinberg, but he's talking to John from Peter Pan. I mean, nobody ever talks to John. They talk to Wendy. Nobody ever mentions John. Wendy, John, and Michael. So now my sister put that in the play, and now I got to go see it. So it's all my fault. I know, Aunt Judy and Joy. I mean, come on. Ugh. Oh, yeah, it's her birthday tomorrow, too, so I got no choice. I do not want to join that parade, Liz. You have no idea how horrible it is in this city with all parades. I don't care what parade it is. But the funny thing is, Mike, I was watching an old Tonight Show when Martin Short is on, and he does that thing, and he's talking to Johnny Carson. He goes, "But John," so it's like that's our favorite line. But John, I don't know. I'm a realtor on tiny house hunting. Jenny Cohn. That's funny. Yeah, I'm waiting for the gay pride parade. You guys, Mike, I think somebody wants you to talk about what happened in Tampa, but you weren't you weren't very forthcoming when I asked you.
Oh, there's not a whole lot. I would think we had some good shows. There's 5 shows, 5 splitters in Tampa. It was great. Bobby did great. Mike Calta came on a couple of them. So I had a good
Who?
time. Mike Calta. He's a local radio host.
Oh,
one of
that's
Bobby's best
exciting.
friends. So it's a fun time.
Are you sure? Did you have a good time? Because I'm not getting that.
Yeah, I'm just really tired right now since I gotten back.
All right.
I feel like I'm coming down with something.
Well, what do you have going on this week, comedy-wise?
This Saturday, I'll be at the Black Potion doing a showcase show, and then I'll be coming back to New York the week after.
Black Potion, where is that located?
If you're in San Antonio, it's over off Woodlawn and in the Deco area. And make sure you follow Retrospective Promenade.
What movie?
Beguiled from 2017 this time.
Beguiled.
It's a remake of the Clint Eastwood movie.
Who's in that?
Colin Farrell.
Oh, smart move.
Yeah.
Since he's in the news. Yeah, you better. I can see now you better always remember if you're going to plug the thing, you better tell me what movie it is. So
Exactly.
Thank you for remembering it this week. I've never seen that one. I never heard of it. Maybe I'll check it out. Billy Joel A to Z this week. We have very exciting. The Tease Wrap Up Part 2. You're not going to want to miss that. Although it is actually a fun episode, even though it's stupid. We have our whistling contest, and it turned out to be an okay episode. And next week we'll start the U's in Billy Joel A to Z. So that's our show for this week. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Just let you know that if you are in town, please come to the Comedy Cellar, because seeing live, that's the only place to see live comedy. Well, you can go to San Antonio to see Mike, but you know what I'm saying. The Comedy Cellar is the shit. It's good every night. and it's just different than other comedy shows. That's all. And I mean, if you want to see one comic and see a headliner comic, that's different. Go other places, but the Comedy Cellar is just for quick laughs, right, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is our show from New York City and Texas this week. And have a happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Do not march in any parades, but definitely drink and have a good time. And I will tell you all about my St. Patrick's Day and Mike's St. Patrick's Day, whatever he chooses to do next week on the Comedy Cellar Nightly Show. Good night, everybody.